Today we're going to be making butternut squash soup, and let me tell you, this is a fall soup and I'm making it in July because I found some butternut squash and I love this recipe. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll leave all the ingredients down in the description, and as you guys can see, it's already over here cooking. Hit a like on this video and subscribe. Okay.
If you don't have croutons, don't worry, you can make your own. Just break up some bread, add oil and seasoning. I'm using Italian seasoning, salt, and avocado seed oil. And don't mind the bleach stain on my shirt. It's still a good shirt. Now mix it all together with your bare hands and bake it in the oven for 10 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't know how to use a knife, here's a pro tip. You can yeet the squash to break it in half, but make sure to oil each half of the squash in the shape of the letter W. Pour a tablespoon of rosemary into your right hand. Use your left hand to take it around town. This time, catch a tablespoon of thyme with your left hand. With your right hand, make it rain. Use your muscles and open the garlic powder first try. Remember to season the squash diagonally. Use the salt and pepper shaker set your mama gave you on your birthday for the onion powder and the salt. Use that old rock salt grinder for the black peppercorn. Use the pro tip I showed you earlier with the butternut squash and fill in each half. Wrap the bigger half in aluminum foil first, then the smaller one. Put them on a baking sheet and leave them in the oven for an hour at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Drop 2 portobello mushrooms together to achieve the same effect on potatoes and onions. This is what oily chopped onions look like. Lightly saute those oily chopped onions and introduce them to some mushroom homies. Lightly tap your box of vegetable broth and pour 2 tablespoons into the pan. Add some aesthetic potatoes and stir the pan. Bring the vegetable broth back and pour a little bit more into the pan.
Cherry tomatoes.
Cover the top and let it simmer. These are pickled jalapenos. Yeet. Fish out a carrot and a tablespoon of the brine twice. Two tomatoes work just like the mushrooms. See? Say goodbye to the rest of the broth. Crack open a can of coconut milk and spill its contents into the pot. Take the pan off the stove and pour it into the pot with your left hand. Stir the soup, tap the pot, and sprinkle 2 tablespoons of dried chives on top, like this. Agitate the soup in a clockwise rotation, tap the pot, move it to the stove, and leave it on medium heat until the potatoes are soft. Stab the butternut squash with a fork to make sure it's ready and collect all the fleshy stuff.
We can sit together. It's so beautiful. You and me.
Use a tablespoon in your left hand to scoop the baby food into the blender. Pour in a 1/4 cup of almond milk and mix it together until it looks like this.
Forever free.
Clean up your blender with a rubber spatula and don't forget to tap the pot. Agitate, agitate. You know what to do already.
Take a step back.
If your potatoes aren't ready, throw in the yeated bok choy into the pot for another 25 minutes with an oversized lid. Don't burn the croutons. This is my favorite bowl. This is my favorite bowl with a cup of coffee and soup with green onions. Does this belong on Instagram?
Because I'm recording. So I got my butternut squash soup and I got nice fresh thing of coffee. You can never have dinner without coffee. Or lunch for that matter. And we're gonna take a bite of this. First bite is gonna be for Soyless and then Bill. Here, you have to take a bite. Yummy?
Yeah.
Take a bite, Bill. Chill. Till the next video. Say bye.
Oh.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So, this video is about me and my Sally. Goodbye.